Alright mates, how's everyone doing today? I'm going to do another wee video to go over these new CAV commanders that have dropped. It is the next generation of combo CAV. So yeah, we're going to have a look at their skills, a couple of predictions on where they might fit in, and a look at Achilles as well, because like I said, we wait until these skills come out today, and it'll let us make a more informed decision on what to do with Achilles. So yeah, let's have a look. First of all, we have here on the screen the field commander. Now, the field commander is, again, as we see, it's combo. So there was a chance it was going to be skill. I was personally hoping it wasn't. So we know now skill is probably going to die over time for Cav anyway. We have combo. So let's have a look at his skills. His first skill is, sadly, very sadly, single target. Now, it is a double combo of 1400, so 2.8k damage factor, and the troop gains a health and defense buff and a healing increase from Starlight skill. The Starlight skill is 10% of the combo damage factor back as healing. So that would be 280 healing factor then, I think, if it's 2.8k combo. That's how I read that as. Okay, so the top skill here, Gamchan. The commander's troop takes 10% less damage while on the map, and cavalry units gain 20% march speed and gain 30% defense. So for Cavs, defense is very close in weighting to health because we get so much health from gear and there's diminishing returns. So that, along with 10% flat DR, is going to make him very tanky, which is, Cavs are quite squishy, so that's a win. And then we have the Starlight that we just talked about there, only effective if it's a field troop, so not in a rally or a garrison. Units healed by this skill cannot be healed again by it and cannot be severely wounded. So that's good because some healing, every other healing skill in the game, this is unique. When your march runs down and it heals, because your march is getting weaker and you're taking more saves, it just fills your hospital. Whereas this apparently won't. So this is different, definitely different. Open the floodgates. Whenever this commander deals combo attack damage to a field troop, it has a 30% chance to reduce the defense by 40% for 5 seconds. It can trigger 3 times in a single second. If it can trigger 3 times in a single second, why does it have a cooldown? Is that for AoE? That's probably so that it can trigger on all the AoEs. So, designed to go with an AoE commander then, maybe? That will need to be tested. But that is a 40% defense reduction, is quite a lot. 30% chance to reduce combo attack. This is not on basic, it's only on combo. So the more combos you fire, the more chance it is to proc. And I wonder if that's affected by causative or butterfly. I'd need to check that. And then this is expertise. Increases the damage factor of the skill to 1,500. So it's a 3,000 damage factor, which then in turn is going to increase the healing factor of Starlight, which would take it to a healing factor 300, right? We'd double check that. Starlight. Large portion slightly 10% of the combo attack damage dealt. I'm not really sure how that healing factor is going to work out. That's another thing he's tested. For the next 5 seconds, commander troops gains health, defense, and it increases the healing by another 150%. So that puts the healing factor up quite a bit then. That's going up to, yeah, that's going to be 600-700 factor if that's how it works. So that's a lot of healing. This guy's tanky. He's sadly single target. That's not ideal, but he's definitely tanky. Is he going to be a must invest? Probably not, at least for one cav march. He looks like he is designed to go with Achilles, because we did, like, when Achilles came out, like, there's thoughts of like putting an artifact and Shajar behind him so he can sustain and heal and like take damage and heal. This guy heals and he has defense, so you probably have him as primary and Achilles as secondary. And then if you're running one cav march, you're probably going to do Arthur Achilles and just forget about this guy. If you're running 2 cav marches, you're probably going to run this guy primary, Achilles secondary, and then in your second march it's going to be Huo Arthur or Arthur Philip, I would imagine. That would be my predictions here. So with us now, I'm comfortable to say that I would expertise Achilles before I expertise this guy, simply because he's AoE. So for those of you that were waiting, if you're picking one, again, testing will tell us if this guy is better than what his skills show. We actually see his skill here. That is his skill. Oh, it's cool. But it's single target, so it's like Nevsky for combo. Yeah, I'm not sold on him. I run 2 cav marches, so I'm probably still going to get him personally. But I would, if I was running one, like I said, Arthur Achilles. If you're running 2, it'll be him plus Achilles, and then Arthur with Huo or Arthur Philip, depending on how the meta shakes out. So yeah, that's our first look at GG. I'm not gonna. What is his actual name? Gamchan. Okay, so our first look at Gamchan. GG. Let's have a look at the garrison commander now. So the garrison commander is David the Builder. Now, his first skill is AoE. 2 combo attacks for 1400 damage factor, and it cleanses all the nonsense that will be on your troops. Everything slow, poison, exhaustion, or other normal debuffs. So it's 2800 damage factor and 3 enemy troops and a fan. We have more defense, so he's another tanky boy. And 10% less skill damage, so he's going to be counter specifically to archers, which makes sense. If this commander is serving as a garrison commander, the garrison deals 10% more combo damage whenever this garrison launches a basic attack. Up to 3, so it's got a proc AoE up to 3 nearby enemy troops for 200 damage, and it has a cooldown of 3 seconds. And a basic attack also counts as combo. So that thing's the more it has a cooldown though. Okay. I mean, that's very low damage factor, but it's a free combo attack, right? So it's more chance to proc your horn and your ring and everything, and it should proc very, very often. It's a shame he doesn't have another garrison combo to pair with, but once he does, that'll be even stronger. It also has a cooldown, so it's kind of limited. It's not bad. It's an interesting skill. I wonder how that actually shapes out. Let's see. We have retaken the Caucasus. Whenever this commander's troop uses an active skill while attacking a troop on the map, so a rally, this target takes 40% more combo attack. That's like a tele level buff for the next 3 seconds. Cooldown 5 seconds. So he needs to be primary. So this needs to be a primary commander. So if you have Hector behind him, you're putting 40% more on the single damage of Hector, which is 2,800, right? That is a very hard hitting garrison. I could see him being behind Hector behind him. And the expertise, Restorer of the Kingdom. If this commander is serving as garrison commander, this garrison takes 10% less damage. If the target is less than 50% use, it deals 5% more damage. Okay, so 10% less damage here, and 10% less skill damage here, plus defense. Tanky. But do you know as well, this might be field viable? So I'm thinking like Gorgo. Remember, Gorgo could be used in the field for a while. It wasn't amazing, but it was field viable. What would that be? 5. 5. That skill's dead, so 1. 5. 5, 5, 1, 5, and you run it in the field. Run him with somebody else. Arthur him. 5, 5, 1, 5 is your second cav march. So if you're running 2 cav marches and you have all the commanders, it would be gang, GG, with Achilles, and then Arthur with 5, 5, 1, 5 him behind. What's the skill look like? The skill is a half. No, it's not a half fan. Yeah, that means tested. I could see him having a. Jeez, I don't have enough heads for all this. I could see him being potentially field viable. 5, 5, 1, 5. As a garrison, maybe it's going to be Hector, right? It's got to be Hector behind them, because Hector's also going to do combo, which will proc his Basilis of the East, however you say that. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure. Hector, maybe Achilles behind them. I don't know how that'll play. I'll let the smarter people than me test. Attila, surely not. Please not Attila. Yeah, so a potentially field valuable garrison commander and a single target field combo commander for CAV, which long term probably won't have as much staying power as Achilles, but still has a use. So personally, at a glance, I'm probably going to go for Gamcha. And the garrison commander needs more testing for field potential. It really comes down to if you're running 1 or 2 CAV marches. If you're running 1 and you have Achilles started, finish him off. You're probably not going to regret it. Run Arthur Achilles and worry about all this later. If you're running 2 CAV marches, we need to see how this pans out. Yeah. Alright guys, so we also have this month's update, so I'll do a video on that. We'll look at all the new stuff coming out. That'll be coming soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, let us know how you think these will play into the meta. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Bye.